Democrats are counting on next year's midterms to win back at least some control of Congress, but the party has some major political headwinds.
Yeah, with numbers like that, you got to worry a little bit.
You know, it's bad for the Democrats when even NBC is warning them about what's coming. The red wave is coming. It's coming fast and strong. And guess what? There's nothing they can do to stop this. But you know what's surprising? What's surprising is the fact that the Democrats are now surprised things are not going well for them. How could you be? When you have people like AOC, Jasmine Ratchet Crockett, Zoran Mamdani, when you have these people as the leading voices of your party, how could you be surprised things are not going well for you? After you just lied to the American people for 4 years, saying the border was protected, saying Biden was fit to serve this country, saying Kamala Harris was competent enough to be the president of this great country. After you lost all credibility, how could you be surprised things are not going well for you?
NBC News national political correspondent Steve Kornacki joins me now, and he's at the big board. Steve, why should Democrats be nervous at this point?
It's a little interesting right now, Gabe, about a year out from the midterms. You look, Donald Trump's approval ratings are certainly nothing to write home about. And this is what Democrats are looking at in terms of a challenge to take back the House, the current balance of power. With those vacancies, if they are filled the way we expect them to be, it would be 220 seats for the Republicans. There it is, 220 for the Republicans, 215 for the Democrats. And that would mean Democrats really would only need a net gain of 3 seats to get the House. Now, keep in mind, Republicans are trying to redraw maps in a number of states right now to boost that total. So there may be more of a pad here for Republicans than meets the eye when you just look at this balance of power. So that's one challenge for Democrats.
Steve Kornacki, the left's favorite data guy, the poll guy, is now admitting the Democrats are in trouble. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. They are not looking good heading into the midterms. Listen, the last election has really opened the eyes of the American people. The media, the woke media, the fake news CNN, fake news MSNBC, they did everything they could to protect President Biden. They lied to the American people, and now the writing is on the wall. The truth shall set you free. And guess what? The American people are now awake. The American people said, you know what? Enough is enough. It is time to reject radical ideologies. It is time to reject woke DEI agenda. It is time to embrace and uphold conservative values. It is time to remind the nation God is watching. God, family, and country. Those are what make this country great. Let us embrace and promote those things. If you are watching, just say God, family, God, family, and country. If you're watching, if you are with me, before you hit that subscribe button, before you hit the like, just say God, family, country. The Democrats are in trouble.
But of course, Democrats are hoping that this goes like the midterm did in Trump's first term. And if it did, this would be nothing because Democrats gained 40 seats. It was a blue wave in Trump's midterm. So the thing about that midterm the first time around was you could see it coming from a long way away. October 2017, more than a year out, the generic ballot asking folks which party do you want to see control Congress. Democrats were leading on average in the generic ballot by nearly 8 points. And this was the level they basically maintained through all of 2018, right up to Election Day, right up to the blue wave when they gained 40 seats and flipped the House. So where is the generic ballot right now? Well, Democrats lead it, but not by nearly as much. It's a 3-point average lead for Democrats on the generic ballot now. So again, this is not terrible news for Democrats, but there was clarity even at this point in 2018 that something was coming. This number suggests you're not at that point right now.
Now let's be real. The radical policies of the left have failed this country. Look what's happening in New York City. Look what's happening in Chicago. The mayor of Chicago took away hundreds of millions of dollars from the city budget to take care of illegal migrants, while he has U.S. citizens in his city in need. Some of them are homeless. Some of them are not able to pay for food. He's taking away their money to prioritize illegal migrants, the people, number one, that should never even be in this country if we had a protected border when Biden was president. Number two, after they got here, while we should be deporting them, instead of doing that, the woke radical Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's giving them housing, he's giving them food, he's giving them pocket money while forgetting the need of his own citizen. Now think about how insulting that is. Imagine you are a veteran, living in Chicago, you serve for this country, you put your life in risk to make sure American citizens are able to live freely. And now you come back home, you need the help. And then you watch a bunch of illegal migrants coming to your city being prioritized over you. Imagine how insulting that is. And that's why people like Mayor Brandon Johnson, not only they should never be in office, they should leave immediately, and we should see if we can charge them with some type of treason. America first, American citizens first. When you go to Mexico as an American citizen, guess who they put first? They put Mexican. When you go to any countries in Africa, guess who they put first? Their own citizen. And you as an American citizen, you come second or third, whatever. They actually, some places you go as an American, they make you pay more if you are not the resident of these places. Real stuff. I was in South Africa 2 years ago. Where are you from, sir? You don't live here? Or you don't have a South African passport? You're going to pay X, Y, and Z more. Real stuff. But when these illegal migrants come to this country, somehow we have to put the need of U.S. citizens aside to take care of them. This is nonsense.
One of the reasons Democrats may not be at the point has to do with this, the image of each party. Again, looking back here at October of 2017, if you looked at all the polling back then, neither party was popular, but one party was a lot less popular than the other. Republicans in Trump's first term, 27% average favorable score at this point. Democrats were up at 39%. There was a pretty clear imbalance there. It worked to the favor of Democrats. What do you have right now when you run these same numbers? Well, again, neither one's popular, but the Republicans are sitting at 41 favorable, the Democrats at 35 favorable. The Democrats are less popular than the Republicans now.
The Democrats keep preaching about protecting democracy. Look what they're doing right now. After the American people gave President Trump a mandate to deport illegal migrants, the Democrats are doing everything they can to stand on the way and make sure it is very difficult for President Trump to deport all these illegal migrants. And you want to talk about democracy? What democracy you want to talk about after the American people elected President Trump to do a job, and now you don't want President Trump to do the job that the American people have elected him to do? What democracy are you talking about? Huh? What democracy? Is it the democracy because Biden left the border unprotected for 4 years and then he doesn't want to deport these people? Maybe because he wants these people to become U.S. citizens so they can all vote Democrats in the next election? What democracy are we talking about? Look how many lawsuits President Trump has against him right now from these woke liberal Democrats. Over 100 lawsuits. What democracy are we? Democracy would be, since President Trump got the votes of the American people, get out of the way, let him do the job he was elected to do. That's when you can talk about democracy.
And that's one of the things when you look at midterm elections, the opposition party counts on getting a bit of a boost just from being sort of the protest vehicle for anyone who's got issues with the White House. Democrats, though, with numbers like that, you got to worry a little bit. Are people wanting to send a message to them as well, Gabe?
Steve Kornacki at the big board.
This is a good moment for us conservatives not to celebrate. We can drink some tea and smile just for 2 minutes and then go back and get active, stay active. Fight these Democrats. Speak up, fight back. For too long, we've been staying quiet. Now it is the time to fight back. Get a mic, take a book, whatever we have to do to make sure we vote, we make sure people vote red and keep these radical people away from office. We must do that. Promote conservative values. Echo Charlie's words. God, family, country. And that's why on this channel, if you have different values, I guarantee you're probably not going to enjoy watching me. Because every video, I'm going to make sure I remind people what makes this country great. What makes us great as individuals, as a community, as a country, as the world. God first, family second, and then be a good patriot. Be a good patriot. Don't wait for the government to take care of you. You have all the resources available. Do something, learn some skills. Now it's no longer Democrats versus Republicans. No. Now it's nonsense versus common sense. Now it's good versus evil. The Democrats have failed on every issue that matters to the American people. They want open border. They want free healthcare for everybody, including illegal migrants. They want to abuse the children. They want to take away the power from the parents to give it to the teachers, give it to the kids. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Let us conservatives echo Charlie's words. Let us speak up and tell people it is time to reject radical ideologies. And we're not going to just sit and watch them. No, we're gonna take a mic. Some of us gonna take a book and educate other people. Whatever you can do, it is time to get active. It is time to get active. As always, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I continue to bring more, but most importantly, better content. Better content and call out the nonsense from the radical woke liberals. Call out the nonsense from the Democrats, while at the same time reminding people what makes this country great, while reminding people how great this country is. Hallelujah. God, family, country. God, family, country. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help me with the algorithm. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And then, as always, may God bless you and may God bless the United States of America.